Broadcasting live, 2K Sports presents the NBA. It's Monday night. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brett Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for him.
He stepped up his game on the glass big time this month. His numbers are outstanding, but even if the numbers weren't there, his activity in the paint has been incredible. His hard work is paying off, and they want more of the same from that young man.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Green is out there with Mr. Moves. Then it's Fresh. Then it's Jones. And it's Hawkins in at the four-man position. Easy breezy out there with Brown. Then there's Jay. Then it's Johnson. And it's Red Hot in at the 5 spot. Halfway through the season, Brent, as a team, are you still discovering new ways to win?
Yeah, I would say if you had a set of encyclopedias, when you get to around January, you should be in the MN section, Kevin. So do people know what encyclopedias are? But
I can picture in my mind. I know exactly what you're saying.
So from that point on in the season, you have a great foundation to build on, and there's a lot of things that you can do that are just slight wrinkles to what it is you already do, and that's the great thing for coaches, is to challenge the players to see how far through that encyclopedia we can go. What letter can we get to in the alphabet by the end of the year?
Here's Christopher, headed by Green. Christopher, no good. For the 3. And it's Green, missing. Johnson outside. It's Brown on the wing for 3. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Here's Green. A quick shot there, and it's off target. Gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Here's Christopher. Green with the rebound.
Kev, I know it's early, but going 0 for 4 to start a game can make a team get a little bit tight.
Basket counts.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
That one goes in.
And off the schneid here, 1 of 5, but that's a big one.
And the basket is good. Green's got his second bucket of the night.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Johnson surveying the floor. Passes it to Easy Breezy. Pulls it from the elbow. That shot off.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Here's Green. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
Working his way for a high percentage look. That's just smart basketball.
Man, that's a painted possession right there, a masterpiece, especially when the defense is not a factor.
A shot by Johnson, no good. Gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. That doesn't go either for Green. Here's Christopher, headed by Green. Count it.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Mr. Moves passes to Fresh. Banked in off the glass.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Boom, he jams it straight down.
Ooh, the one-hand tomahawk, guys. Somebody's going to get their feelings hurt.
Yeah, they got the entire bench up right there as they saw that and out of their chairs.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Johnson outside. A floater It's tipped.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
Green, no luck.
His shot's it's not there right now with his team leading. Perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
And a lowly 30% to start this game out. The pass to Red Hot. Kicks it to Brown. And it's blocked.
And you know what? Call it great defense or poor offense. Either way, they're limiting their scoring.
Gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Here's Green. Misses the step-back jump shot. Green's gone 3 of 9 shooting. Christopher, the pass to Brown. And the 3 off target. Now here's Green. He's guarded closely. I often hear about players talk about their favorite spot to fire from on the floor. How much of an effect does that really have, a favorite shooting spot?
Most of the time, Kevin, what you're talking about is star guys, because they're the ones who ultimately in any given possession, the coach is trying to find that guy in that spot to do something. What happens throughout the course of a year is when that player has the ball there, everybody else knows what to do.
Right.
Like the player knows what he's going to do, right, Kevin? Because he's the star player. But everybody around gets comfortable with the options and where it is that he goes. If he goes right, if I slide right, I'm going to get the 3. If he goes left, he's spinning back. I might move towards the top of the key. So the familiarity of not just the player, but the players around the player, that's where you can make it happen.
That's interesting.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
And there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game. The visitors on defense. Pass to Christopher. Now here's Johnson. Here's the floater.
Just cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it.
And the basket by Jones.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Now here's Johnson. He had 34 points in the win against Utah.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
Green against Brown. Takes a shot at the elbow, and Green gets it to go. Green's got 12 points in the game.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
The 3 from Johnson hits the 3-point bomb.
Kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest 3-pointer you can imagine.
It's blocked, and the ball ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession. There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter. And he makes the first. No good on the second free throw.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
On the wing, Brown. Pass to Christopher. Shoots the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Jay's got his second bucket of the night.
Oh, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Green deciding where to go with it. And he converts the layup. 14 points for him.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Christopher. No good that time. Great D that time from Green. And the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, you wondered if they would take some time to find their A game. They did it at jump ball. They've been awesome today.
And so it's the visiting team holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They've been... And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
We've got Hawkins. Mr. Moves out there with Green. Then it's Fresh, and it's Jones in at the small forward position. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
Red hot the pass to Christopher. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Right side, Green. Brent, certain players make everyone around them better. Talk about some of those guys who will do that at the very highest level.
The interesting thing about today's game, Kevin, is it's not always the point guard position. I think in the past we thought two ways. The point guard, who has the ball in his hands, finding guys for them to make shots. And then through the 80s and 90s, it was low post players who were getting double teams and initiating some offense. Yes. Nowadays, it's a lot of wing guys. And it's guys like Kawhi Leonard, it's guys like LeBron James, Kevin Durant, throw Draymond Green in there with his ability to pass the ball, Jokic in there with his ability to pass the ball. It's all happening around the three-point line and getting into the gaps. So they look a little bit different, the initiators, in today's game.
And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. And that one, good. Green's got 20 points.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Johnson, the pass to Red Hot. Passes to Christopher. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them. Gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. The pass to Mr. Moves. Now here's Fresh. He's tightly guarded. Good on the shot.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Pass to Christopher. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Here's Green. And that comes off the assist by Jones. That's now 22 points for Jay.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Inside, here's Christopher. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
The drive by Green. Lays it up and banks it in. Green's got 24.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive. And not where he earns his money, that three-point shot, but he's a good shooter from that range if he's got space.
Pass to Mr. Moves. Drills it from outside. Mr. Moves got 5 points now this quarter.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
From the baseline. Christopher, no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. And it's now 26 points for James. Here's Christopher. 18 points for him. Misses the three. There's the lob to Prez. Well, we've got a moment now to see this year's three-point contest and how it's shaping up. Let's take a look at some of the top candidates emerging as we see here some players who are likely to make the final cut.
Not too shabby of shooters on this list, Kevin. You got to love the advancement and really the evolution of the three-point shot in today's game.
You look at Green. He's all the way up there at number 2 in the voting for the three-point contest. Fans and the media know that he is one of the premier long-distance shooters in the league today.
And Kevin, not to take anything away from the other facets of his game, but let's face it, that three-point shooting is what puts him on a whole nother level.
And it's going to be an exciting showcase this year. Some incredible shooters, that's for certain. We'll keep you updated as we find out more.
Yeah, I think we're in for a real treat. I think the increased importance of the three-point shot in today's game has really shined a light on the talent, precision, and really the wow factor of how these guys can drill the long ball. And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. On Sunday, they'll go up against the Pacers in Indiana. And then on Monday, nearly 70% from the floor, they are putting on a clinic offensively. Pass to Hawkins. Tries from 10. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
I think he recognized the size mismatch. No reason to pass out of that. Just rise up and knock it down.
Stolen away. Here's the break. Mr. Moves passes to Green, and it's in there. Green's got 12 now in this quarter.
Defense shaking their heads. No idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
And the pass to Christopher. Here's Red Hot, defended by Jones. Here's Red Hot. He's coming off a 10-point game against Utah. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Brown. Over Jones. Brown. Good. Brown's got 5 points so far. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
No good on that one. Getting about 42% so far. Here's Easy Breezy. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Utah. Johnson against Green. Red Hot. Off target at the rim. Confident play we're seeing out of him.
Yeah, and the scoreboard tells the story.
Outside, Green. And he hits the jump shot. Green's got 30 points.
Well, this is a gravity game right now. Whatever he throws up must come down. He's having a great game.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure. How about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Kicks it out to Jones. Pass to Mr. Moves. To the middle. Here's Hawkins. And he makes good on the layup. 6 points for him.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Johnson, the pass to Red Hot. There's the three. Fresh pulls it in. Fresh has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And the shot is good. That's 7 points for Mr. Moves.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, that along with maintaining the pace of play right now, playing with tons of intensity.
Here's Christopher. And he overshot that one, missing. And so it's the visiting team closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are
rhythm shooting the basketball. Just watching
a runaway. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
Yeah, almost inviting contact, that attack mentality on full display.
We've got Jay. Red Atta's out there with easy breezy. Then it's Johnson, and it's Brown in at the 3. They've got Jones. Hawkins is out there with Fresh. Then it's Green, and it's Mr. Moves in at the point.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
And the first one drops. And so he hits both. Being around 40% from the floor here. Here's Christopher. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Jay's got 22.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Here's Green. And the layup's good off the glass. Green's got 32 points.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Brown the pass to easy breezy. Lock at 6. Johnson, that's for 2. It's hauled in by Hawkins. Hawkins has got rebound number 5 here tonight. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. And Jay gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Down low, here's Johnson. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Green, the pass to Fresh. And that one, good. Fresh has got 9.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Here's Christopher. The teardrop falls in. Jay's got 24 points.
When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Fresh, the pass to Jones. Nice shot from the wing. He's got 8.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Johnson outside. Shot from 12. And he comes up with the deuce. Johnson's got 4 points this quarter.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
Passes it to Mr. Moves. Connects from 3-point range.
Yeah, 80%. Is that a good number from the field? I think so. 4 of 5 here shooting. Terrific start.
Johnson outside.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. And the ball goes out of bounds. It's turned over. Let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who the best defenders have been over the past month. Here are your steals leaders. Well, you look at Jay, always dangerous on the court. He leads the league. And, of course, Mr. Moves. This is another guy who can defend so very well. Such quick reflexes.
Between these two guys, it's been quite a month of thievery. Just look at the steals for them over that period of time.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Johnson against Hawkins. Johnson, the pass to Red Hot. Shot clock at 6. Fresh pulls it in.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
13 feet away. The shot by Hawkins, no good. Gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. No good on the wing three. Being 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. Comes up empty down low. From the field, 44%, not bad. Johnson outside, stolen by Fresh. And here's the fast break. The pass to Mr. Moves. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Mr. Moves got 13.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Tries from 10. Christopher, no good. Gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Jones, no luck. Being an outstanding 55% from the field since the half. You know, their execution has been on point. Christopher, no good. Doing it beautiful here in the third, 56% from the field. Jones dishes to Green. And that comes off the assist by Jones. 34 points for Jay.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Jay. 3rd in scoring, 3rd in steals, and he's an eraser inside. A definite factor defensively, right in that top 5 in blocks per game.
And the only way you average top 3 in points if you have that scorer's mentality. He knows he's the go-to guy. And everyone else knows it as well. Gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far. Just above 50%. Here's Johnson. Second chance shot. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
He's 0 of 1 from the line, missing on his first trip. That's good from Johnson. Of course, Dirk Nowitzki spent his whole career with the Dallas Mavericks. We don't see that much anymore, do we? From the beginning to the end with one team.
No, but I think we're going to still occasionally have anomalies like we did with Reggie being in Indiana for the years of his playing career. Nate McMillan was in Seattle for his playing career, now coach of the Indiana Pacers. So there will be times where we'll have that once or twice. It's not going to happen very much, Kevin.
Not in today's
not in
NBA.
today's game, and not with what's at stake.
He's shooting free throws, number 4 in 5 here. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
I felt like he was a little hesitant in the first half, but really he's amping himself up here and battering around to get himself to the free throw line.
Brown wide open, he fires. The quick look, no good that time.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Yeah, see the coach? He's got that frown on his face. I think we know why. Not a high percentage look.
There's 1:40 left in the third quarter. Pass to Easy Breezy. Here's Christopher. Misses from short range. Gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. And here's Green outside. Bangs home the trifecta. Green's got 7 now in this quarter.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Being 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. It's hauled in by Brown. Brown's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Christopher. Green against Brown. Johnson right side. Launches it. Fresh pulls it in.
Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only one so far in this game for him, and none since halftime.
Brown kicks to Johnson. To the paint. Here's Christopher. The kick out to Brown. Passes it to Christopher. Beyond the arc. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. Johnson's got his 8th assist in the game.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Here's Hawkins. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. With 4 seconds on the clock, Christopher, no good. And so it's the visiting team, holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we'll be back with you shortly. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So it's the visitors now. Following this game, they'll hit the road to challenge the Pacers at Pacers Arena in Indianapolis. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand. Johnson is out there with Jay. Then there's Easy Breezy. Then there's Brown. And it's red hot in at the 5 down low. Shooting not great, 40% for the game. Johnson outside. To the middle. Here's red hot. Banked in off the glass.
Now, good passing in the paint may be even more important to an offense than great passing on the perimeter. Those are areas where you got to be careful.
Here's Green. Off with the layup. Brown against Jones. And Jones pulls it down. And has been brilliant in this game. 67% from the floor. Shots good by Green. Green's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Not shot from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Johnson down low. He's covered by Hawkins. Johnson's shot is off. Here's Green. And there's the pass to Fresh. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 5 assists in the game.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
And they're pushing it up. Shoots. And it's off the back rim. No good. Here's Christopher. Fresh pulls it in. Fresh has got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. And the shot goes in. Green's got 41.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Red hot the pass to Christopher. And just miss after miss right now. Gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Jones from outside. And the 3-ball is good.
Well, he's got that height advantage, and out on the perimeter, a smaller defender is just not going to contest.
Down low. Christopher the pass to Easy Breezy. No one covering. You know, Brent, how candid can players be in their answers in the post-game interviews about what has happened or what they're feeling at that time? In other words, is there a danger to being too honest as a player?
There could be, Kevin. I mean, anytime you express some of your vulnerabilities, and if it's done at the right time, somebody's going to take advantage of it. What we've seen over the past couple of years is forget about when it is that the media is asking you questions. Most players are taking it to their social media accounts where they're able to get the message out without being baited by somebody with regards to a question. They can expound on whatever it is that they're feeling at that time, and that helps them to control the messaging a little bit more. And I think that trend is going to continue to grow.
And that one misses.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Thunder's checked in for Jay. Gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Here's Jones, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And the first one at the line is good. Thunder's checked in for Johnson. And so Jones nails both of them. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Pass to Thunder. Here's Brown. And bird right's an important element in structuring the salary cap. Can you tell the viewers exactly what that means?
What it means, Kevin, is you have the ability to go into the above the tax to sign your own player, and so it doesn't cost you in terms of tax dollars. So if the player finishes his season, you have bird rights on that player. You can negotiate a number that's not going to impact your bottom line and cut into your salary cap. So very important when teams are maneuvering around and trying to get players on their roster for a season or two, that after that second season or third season over, that the bird rights still remain for them to extend him even further to keep him around the culture.
Passes it to Thunder. Here's easy breezy. Pass to Brown. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The first one falls.
At the line.
And Brown drops them both. Got more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. Green with the ball. Drops in the layup for 2. Green's got 43 points.
And that's his MO. Sometimes he can score more points by himself than the rest of the team.
Now the pass to Thunder. Brown with it. Inside, red hot. Fresh pulls it in. Gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. Jones the pass to Fresh. Back to Jones. Here's Hawkins. But he stays with it. Pass to Green. Over Brown. Here's Fresh, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Passes to Thunder. Here's Thunder, 5 to shoot. Brown with the bounce pass. Here's Red Hot. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Hawkins kicks to Green. That one bounces around and comes back out. In this fourth quarter, pretty dire at 27%. And Jay gets the whistle that time. That's his 5th foul. When people talk about a player's mileage limit, do you think total games is the most accurate assessment?
I don't think so, Kevin.
What is it?
It's the amount of minutes that players play.
Yeah.
I mean, there are plenty of studies out there that teams are digging around on when players reach. And trust me, they got to be lucky, but you're talking 35,000, 40,000 minutes in the league. That the body is just not capable at that point of replicating the things that it's done year in and year out. So forget about the games. Go to total minutes played. That's where you'll find the biggest fall off for some of your favorite players that have amused and entertained you for years.
Interesting. Here's Jones. And he knocks down the first one. And so Jones nails both of them. And 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. Thunder passes to Brown. They get a hand on it, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones.
Still team ball.
.51 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Thunder passes to Red Hot. Fresh pulls it in. Jones drives in, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
All the officials are all over that one.
And that one falls for Jones.
Jones.
And so Jones nails both of them. 35 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Brown outside. Here's Thunder, guarded by Green. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Green. And it's Green with the jam.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Brown the pass to Thunder. Kicks to Brown. Here's Thunder. Brown with the bounce pass. Easy breezy. Good.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
Yeah, I don't think he even sees a taller defender out there.